Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Froe Show. My name is Frank Mann, as always, my beautiful co-host, Joe Murray.
Hello, Froe.
Hello.
Hello.
Episode 59?
Couldn't tell you. You're the one who's always on top of
Am I?
what number we're up to.
I'm going to check.
Yeah. Somehow you always just get the right one. I think it's 58.
No.
60.
No, you're right. It's 58. Damn
Yes.
it. No.
Ah. 58.
You're right. Yeah. 58. Well
Mhm.
done. I was wrong.
Yes.
I will concede that I was incorrect. And I will own my mistake with valor and pride.
I like it.
Joe, I'm just going to actually hand you the reins.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, just straight up.
Yeah, wow. All right.
Off you go.
I wasn't even ready for the beginning of this episode,
Well,
let alone.
okay.
I got something in the mail this week.
Yeah.
Finally.
So did I, actually.
You did?
I got my business registration letter in the mail today.
Well, that's not very exciting. Why are you only just getting that?
It's my renewal for the freelance one.
Right. Okay. No. I got something a little more exciting.
You got
In the
two
mail.
business renewals.
You're getting closer.
You got a new business.
Closer.
Go on.
A little more exciting.
I can see it, so this isn't really like...
No. I got my drone in the mail. Yes.
Do we have anything exciting?
Do we?
No.
The-
No. That'll do. What's this?
Oh, ambience.
Ah. You're right. Go on.
So I got my iFlight ProTech 35 in the mail, and after the first flight, I'm like immediately in love.
Yeah. I'm amazed it's still together.
Yeah. Oh, you reckon? It was actually surprisingly like easier than the
Do you have the batteries with you?
simulator. I do.
Do you have everything with you?
I do. But I had ordered a battery charger as well, and like COVID and
So you have
delays.
You have a battery that's pre-charged.
I have two like flat batteries.
So you have no batteries
Yeah. And guess when my charger comes?
next month.
Pretty much. Beginning of May.
That sucks. I was
Yeah,
gonna say we can
it's
fly
really
it while
annoying.
we're copying.
Well, there's a little bit of charge in both of them, so like it'll give you a minute of flight if you wanna have a quick go. But
I would love a quick go.
yeah. So it's surprisingly easier than I expected.
In all seriousness, I did genuinely expect you to immediately crash this.
Yeah.
Not because I don't believe in you or anything like that, just because of the amount of stories I've heard of people that get their first FPV drone and
Yeah.
immediately just...
No, I didn't crash it. Although, very funny story for the first time the props ever moved. Let's say that. So I'm going to tell this whole story. I had trouble getting it to work in the first place.
Yeah.
So it came in on Monday, and I didn't get to fly till Wednesday.
Yeah. Is this why you didn't end up flying it?
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
I didn't end up flying it Tuesday. Is because my remote radio wouldn't connect to the receiver. And apparently there's an issue with these newer receivers that this company's coming out with. I don't remember what. It's FR Sky or Fly Sky
Fisky.
that did the did the receiver for that one.
Yeah.
They're bringing out a new software, I guess, firmware.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work with all like radios, or radios haven't updated for it yet.
Right.
It has in like the UK, but not international.
Yeah.
I don't really understand how that works, but yeah. So my radio wouldn't connect to it, and it took me like hours to figure out that I had to get a new firmware onto the receiver.
Right.
And now the hard part about that is that you had to do it from the remote, from the radio.
Yeah.
So pretty much what I had to end up doing is, so the receiver's is that thing there.
Yeah.
And this cable here comes from the receiver. There. So the receiver's in here. That cable comes from the receiver. I had to pull that cable out, like detach it from the power and everything, and then work out a way to somehow connect it to my radio.
Right.
And so there's a port in the back of the radio for external modules eventually for to up your range and things like that. So it's like it was a super sketch way of doing it. Like you literally
sounds super sketch. It sounds like it's not intended to be done this way.
No, I don't think it was. But like I had to pull this out, take off that white connector. So there's just 3 wires at this point coming out of the receiver. And then I had another thing that would actually connect to the back of the. There was 5 pins on the back in the module bay. It would connect to 3 of them. So there's 3 wires, connects to 3. Yeah, that works. So we very sketchily connected up the 3 wires to those 3, just hanging out of the receiver. And then you had to swap like the power and the signal line as well. Yeah, it's a big thing. And then connect it to...
This sounds... The more you talk, the sketchier this is getting. You're like, yeah, we just like took different wires and hoped they attached.
So yeah, you swap the power and the signal, and then you had to make sure that the signal was on the bottom when you attached it to the module bay. And then finally, like, it worked.
Okay.
So then I had to work out how to get like that firmware onto my radio, but it has an SD card slot, so we were able to just put it on an SD card and put it in the radio, and then you had to flash it onto the
right.
The
Can I just say,
transmitter.
I'm very glad that you're doing this and I'm not.
Yes. Well,
I'll learn all the complicated rope stuff.
yep.
You can learn all this stuff.
That it was.
You can stay on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. But it was very, very frustrating.
Yeah. But you've sorted it all out now.
So I sorted it out. That worked. But then the story continues.
The story? Oh no.
So
Electric Boogaloo?
what?
Don't worry.
No. So I finally got that. So this is Monday night. This is about 2 a.m. Well, 2 a.m. Tuesday morning. I am fed up. I've worked out kind of what I have to do, but I don't know how to do it. So I haven't connected all those wires or anything yet. I'm like halfway there. Tuesday comes around, and like I had other stuff I had to do. I hadn't planned to do any of this on Tuesday. Ended up spending all day doing it and not doing what I was supposed to be doing. But worth it.
Which is arguably the best way to do things.
Yes.
It's way more fun.
So connected it up, managed to flash it onto the receiver, and that all worked. And then it took me like 3 hours just to work out how to arm the motors.
Was it not just, you mean from the controller?
Yeah.
Was it not just in?
No.
Oh.
So like I looked it up. I looked at a bunch of different models. No one on YouTube has like told anyone how to arm this particular drone. And being my first one, I have no idea.
Yeah,
like,
fair.
it could be anything. So ended up, I didn't work. Or just before I had to go to work, I worked out how to arm it.
Yeah.
But like...
And what was it?
There's just a switch on the top of the remote that
it
must have been routed to. So that's the other thing. I was trying to figure out, how do I create an arm switch? Because then if I make one, then, I won't. Yeah. But it got to a point where I was just like pressing
You're just
every
hoping it
single
would
button
work
on this radio, and managed to hit the right button, and it just took
And
off.
it just went,
it took off in my studio.
Oh, it immediately went up.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
See, that's the thing. I wasn't expecting it to.
Yeah.
I was expecting the motors to like click, like go whatever. Like the normally. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find something.
Am I supposed to keep talking?
Yeah.
So yeah, well, I worked it out. I hit the right button, and then it immediately took off, and then so I scrambled and disarmed it, and then it fell onto my desk in the studio.
It fell.
So that was the first moment of like, oh my goodness. That was the first moment of terror.
Yeah.
But yes, so that was my little experience. And then Wednesday, I actually went down to the park and flew it.
Nice. And how was that?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so sick.
Yeah.
It's so strange though, and it's like, so when you're flying it, because you got the goggles on and everything, you kind of get, it feels like you're in the sim again. Which is like
so you get
super dangerous.
Yeah, because you're like, ah!
Yeah, exactly. And there was actually one point where I got a bit cocky. I didn't crash it, but I got a bit cocky and I was like coming close to something that I was going to hit, and I just bailed. Like, I was like, wait, what am I doing? Yeah.
Wait a second, real thing,
Yeah.
cost money.
Yeah. So I managed to go, like footy posts,
Yeah.
how they have like that big square underneath.
Yeah.
I managed to go under that. My best move was go under that and then back like through them.
Like that way or around?
Like not around, but I went under, turned around, and then just went over.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But then I went to go under a thing that was like this high, and yeah, I had to bail.
Yeah, you were like,
Just because I was like, wait, this thing's real.
yeah, fair.
And you don't realize how like heavy it is and how quick it falls out of the sky.
Yeah,
either.
until you let go of the throttle.
Well, no, it was actually more when I just disarmed it in the studio, and it fell it fell hard. So that moment I was like, oh, this,
Uh-oh.
yeah, this is heavy. And so,
So when are you going to start making your own ones?
pretty soon probably.
Yeah.
I'm keen to make.
From how I'm hearing you talk, I can imagine it'll be very soon.
Yeah. Well, once I finally get a battery charger. Oh, also, really mad thing.
Yeah.
I just haven't had a great experience with it this week, except when I was flying it, because it was amazing.
Flying it was great. Everything
Yeah.
else was not.
Yes.
Yes.
I went to an RC store on yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to get I've always wanted to get a slightly bigger battery. So the battery I have
Is that what this strap is for?
yeah
For the battery.
I'll
So it clicks in and you just strap it in.
let's rig it up so you can see
Okay.
it. Hold
I would love to see it because I've been like eyeing it up and figuring it out. I've also actually no, I'll talk about that later. What I was rummaging around the studio for. Yeah. I'll talk about that afterwards. But I'm really keen to fly it actually, even if it's just like a little bit off the ground. But yeah, like I said, very glad that this is your thing. And that I don't have to worry about all this. And I just have to understand it in the vaguest of terms.
Yeah. Well, the other thing was I need to tune it up a little bit because, yeah, it took off when I armed it, which I don't want it to. Ha 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 ha. So I don't want it to.
That was funny.
It wasn't.
Can I try rig it?
Yeah, sure.
So does it just...
So just chuck it in there, right about in the middle, and then you can put that on.
Okay.
Although there's meant to be a bolt that goes through there, but it's in my bag and I can't be bothered to find it.
That's fine.
So, yeah, so I need to tune it up, and you can. There's like a.
I don't like it. Scary. Why does it do that?
That's turning it on.
Oh. Where does this one plug into?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I don't know what it's for.
Okay.
Maybe it's to charge it.
So
Not 100%
this
sure.
feels loose.
Yeah, you probably haven't done it very tight.
You would okay.
Just crank it on.
Okay.
Well, not super hard, but like yeah, enough so that if the thing flips, it won't fall off.
Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
And then that'll go.
that's that, and then that sits on the front. Although yeah, you'd push the battery back a little bit to try and make it more.
Yeah. So that would sit a bit more of an angle.
Yeah, and the center of gravity would be more like spread out.
Yeah. Alternatively.
But yeah, when I flew it, I didn't have this on.
Yeah, because you forgot your SD card, you dumb.
I had one, but it was too slow, so it just didn't work.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Like it just came up with SD card error. So
And so this is the...
yeah, so the cap comes off, and that's the FPV camera.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
And how does that look in the goggles?
Honestly, it's a little worse than I expected,
Yeah.
but it's fine. Like
It's doable.
you very quickly get used to it. How much heavier is that than this though?
Not much.
I'd be keen to try that someday.
I am struggling though. For audio, I've just strapped on an Insta360.
Not the little one, the big one.
The 1X2, the big boy.
Yeah. While you're screwing that on,
Is this going in?
yeah, it's a bit weird, but it does. You got to just keep going.
Okay.
So yeah, I went to an RC store yesterday afternoon, and I wanted to buy a new battery. So those batteries are 1100 milliamps.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, the milliamps is like how much charge is in them, like how big they are, I guess. And so the recommended for that drone is about 1300 milliamps.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get one. I wanted to get ones that were a bit smaller and a bit bigger than that, so that I could sort of test out what was best for the drone. And always having a lighter drone is going to like perform better.
Yeah.
So, so I went to the store and I was like, can I buy, I have this battery. And he was like, oh, we don't have any ones that small, but we have 1500 one. I was like, perfect. So he sold me one of them. And then I was like, because I knew my charger wasn't coming for a month.
Yeah.
I was like, do you have any chargers? And he took me over and he was like, yeah, we got this one here. And he sort of just like, it was super simple. And he was talking in these terms and I'm like, I have no idea what that means.
Milliamps.
Yeah. It's 360, that's fine. Yeah, I think a bolt's meant to go on the other. A little nut's meant to go on the other side.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what's supposed to lock it off.
Yeah. So I don't have one of them.
All right. Yeah. So he brought you to the chargers.
Yep. And I was like, I just want something. I didn't say this to him, but I was like, what charger do you have? Because I honestly just wanted something like cheap and nasty that would just get me by for a month.
Yeah. And that won't burn your house down.
Yes. Cheapest one he had was $65. So I was like,
All right. How much was the charger you're waiting for?
35, 40. Yeah.
All right.
So I was kind of like, yeah, no, okay.
Yeah. You're like, let's just wait.
So anyway, I ended up buying the battery and a little adapter because he was like, oh, you'll need this for this charger. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll probably need it for mine then when it comes. So it was like $10. I was like, I'll just get that as well. Took it home, opened up the battery, the box that the battery is in. It's the wrong connection. So he sold me one with the wrong. After I showed him this battery, and then he gave me the. I looked at the adapter and I was like, that doesn't even fit the battery he gave me. It's like two female ends. Like it just.
It's just an extender. Then.
Well, no, they wouldn't connect because it's a female
true.
and female. So just. Yeah.
Okay.
And it went to this, which is what I needed, but
Yeah. Sick. Awesome. Love it.
So I was like, thanks, dude. Thanks for wasting $50.
Yeah.
So I gotta take that back. But yeah, that was my little moment of madness yesterday. But yes, so much fun.
It looks sick. It definitely looks really cool. And I really want to fly it. I did genuinely get scared when it turned on.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's scary. It's even scarier when it takes off.
It goes boop.
And you know how like in the sim sometimes you would just start and like full throttle?
Yeah.
I did full throttle like once.
Oh really?
Yeah. That was when I was bailing on something.
Yeah.
Or I was about to hit the ground and so I quickly full throttle to like pull it up a bit.
Yeah. Which is fair.
Yeah. I also tried to dive.
Oh yeah.
Super sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really sketch.
And particularly because the throttles didn't turn off. Like the props didn't like stop or like I wanted them to. So like as soon as you get up into the wind, it really starts to rock because it's full manual.
Yeah.
So you got to like really control that sort of stuff. And then it started to come down really slowly, and then eventually it like started to properly fall. You gotta give it more throttle than you think so it catches itself.
Right. That's terrifying.
It's scary. Like for your first time, I would just keep it just like a meter off the ground.
Be gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair. I saw a video the other day of this guy, and it was like this massive tower in Russia, and he was diving straight down the tower.
Yeah.
And he kept coming down, and then he would pull out, and then back in, and out, and then back in.
That's crazy.
And everyone was like, why can't this guy just dive straight down? And then this guy replied, he was like an FPV pilot, and he was like, have you ever heard of wind? Like,
yeah,
it's just the wind is pushing the drone out, and the only way for him to get back is to bank back around that way.
Yeah.
Because he was like, this video is making me dizzy. He keeps turning.
He's bad pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no, he's actually a really good pilot. Otherwise, he would have bailed.
Yes, he would have.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited to see you get really good at this, though.
Yeah. As I said, it was easier than I expected.
Yeah. I mean, you've been practicing heaps.
I have.
I have not been.
No, you haven't flown in the sim for a while, have you?
I haven't flown in the sim for probably a month, 2 months.
Yeah, okay. It had been a while since I had, so it was yeah.
A bit of a learning curve to be like, gah.
Yeah, it's more the thing that like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
Like, this is a real thing that's in the air over there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit scary.
Yeah.
How was landing it?
Well, because like the throttle didn't turn off, you just had to like disarm it when it was this far off the ground. But it's like,
Why doesn't the throttle turn off?
I don't know. Like it doesn't, when I pull it all the way down, it doesn't stop. I'm guessing because they like tune it up before they send it to me.
Right.
I'm guessing just a different radio sort of does different things.
Right.
So
It's probably the low on yours is not the same as the low.
yeah.
Right.
But there's a program called Betaflight where you can like reprogram the stuff in here.
Right.
So I will do that.
Yeah. So you're going to do that and then you'll get 2 weeks out of it until you crash it.
Yes. No, this is the one I'm not going to crash.
Okay. What's the one you are going to crash?
The one I build.
Okay. Fair.
That's the one I'll full send.
When are you going to build it?
Well, let me get my battery charger first.
Let me get the rest of my stuff first
Yeah.
and then we'll get there.
And then I'll probably slowly start buying parts for the new
Yeah.
one.
Well, the advantage is by then, like, a lot of the parts are interchangeable, right? So,
And
yeah.
like this, you know, they send this to you built, but it's not like I'm voiding the warranty if I pull it apart.
Yeah.
Would
Do you have a warranty?
I don't think so.
I don't think you have
But
a warranty.
That's what I mean. It's not like
I think
the
if they
DJI
gave
drones.
out warranties with FPV drones, they'd go broke.
Probably. But I mean, it's not like you know, DJIs where you just can't really pull them apart.
Yeah. No, this is like properly modular.
Yeah.
I noticed that a lot of it is 3D printed actually, which is really interesting. So, you could probably at some point invest in a 3D printer, and just make all your
Probably.
frames and stuff out of.
Oh, you can make props and stuff.
Yeah.
Like yeah, these things. Eventually, they say you can just take these off.
The prop guards.
Yeah. So I want to do that one day and see how it goes.
Where do they come off? Off of
Well,
the.
you'll have to probably pull the top.
Oh,
and
I
bottom
see.
plate
I
off.
see. I see.
But
Oh
yeah.
yeah. And that would just make it way lighter. Hey.
Yeah, way lighter, and with the guards, like the performance is different of the drone.
Right.
Something that they say with those kind of drones is when you get like really close to a wall. I don't know if maybe it's like it with all drones, but like you start to get a thing called prop wash. It's when like the air that the prop's pushing will bounce off other surfaces and then will like make the drone do something weird. So like a guy was flying that one really close to a wall and really slowly, and it started pulling the drone into the wall sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, don't want that.
No. So you gotta It's really cool that there's all these things you gotta really think about.
Yeah, you just got to be aware of it.
Yeah.
That's a little bit scary, actually. It's a lot scary. It's a lot of money that could just go.
Yeah.
I was scared of my like $600 Mavic Mini drone.
No.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm not very scared of this now.
Now that you've flown it.
Now that I've flown it, I know like it can take a little bit of a beating, but like knowing just how much power it has,
Yeah.
like I know I can get out of a sticky situation pretty easily.
Yeah.
So
Were you scared the first time you flew it? Like when you went to go fly it?
terrified. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you film it?
No,
Why?
I couldn't.
Just on your phone.
I had the goggles on.
No, I mean just set it up.
I should have.
Disappointed.
didn't
I even
film
asked you to film it.
I thought you meant on the drone.
No.
Uh,
I wanted to see you like get ready and fly it and stuff.
oh yeah, it's a bit of setup too.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
mean? Like how so?
Well, you got to I had a notebook down, but put the drone on so it wasn't like cutting grass as it took off.
Yeah.
And then you got to turn the drone on, make sure that the radio pairs with the receiver properly, and then you got to turn your goggles on, get to a channel that's like good in that area, or you got to put the antennas on the things. Yeah. It took me like 20 minutes just to set up. And to hype myself up for it.
Okay, let's do this. I got this. I got
Yeah.
this. I've got this.
Yeah.
I've got this. I can do this.
I'm not going to crash this today.
Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
No promises.
Not today. Yeah.
It sounds like it went well though.
It did go well. It was
I'm
lots
excited
of
to
fun.
see you do some crazy stuff with it and like.
I'm excited to get a racing drone. We'll build one.
Build one, yeah. And to like just dive bomb it.
Yeah, because these are 3.5.
That's a cine whoop, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything with like these guards is a cine whoop.
Yeah.
These are 3.5 inch or 3.5 inch props. The normal size of like a racing drone is 5 inch.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Bigger. I was expecting smaller.
No, the body's about the same size, but big props.
Wow. Is that just for more power?
Yeah.
Right.
And more like agility and stuff.
Right. How long did your battery last, actually?
I only had about half a battery, and it was only a few minutes.
Right.
Yep.
So how long did you fly in total?
Maybe 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So it's like the RC cars that used to have as a kid, where you'd like charge it for 8 hours and you could drive it for like 5.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, sick.
So, yeah, you often see like people with 10 batteries.
Yeah.
Because of that. So
That makes sense. Can your charger do multiple at once, or?
I don't remember. No, but you can buy like a little adapter that's like from 1 to 5 sort of thing.
Oh right.
I don't remember.
Will they charge slower then? Surely.
I don't think so, but I think it just charges one at a time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. You should get that. That'd be handy.
Mm.
Handy. Wait, so that's max 1300
1300 watt.
on like milliamps.
This one's
That you
1100.
No, I mean like the drone.
Oh, it's recommended. I can put whatever battery I want on there.
Yeah, but why is it recommended?
For like weight. Like it doesn't say go too far over 1300 because it'll get too heavy and it won't perform well.
Right, okay. But you theoretically you can.
I can put whatever battery I want. It definitely
Wait.
It has enough power to carry like a lot.
20,000.
Put that on there. How heavy is it?
Pretty heavy.
Yeah, that could carry that. For sure.
It doesn't have the right connector, but
That
like
is
it's
true.
doable.
I mean, nothing I have has the right connector yet.
I love this power bank so much. I actually haven't been able to charge it because I don't have like a fast charger for it. But it takes like a day to charge.
Oh, really?
But I take this with me every time I travel because it just is it's 20,000 is the max you can take on a plane.
Right.
You can charge a laptop fully
Really?
off of this.
Whoa.
And it's like, what is it? It was like 8, you can charge a phone 8 times, a laptop twice, stuff like that. It was insane. Yeah. And it has like, it only has 2 USB things.
Oh.
But it's so quick. But I need to find a way to charge it again because I can't charge it using that one, the one that I use to charge my batteries. It's not powerful enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's like through because like the one that's connected to is like an extension cord and like 2 other things. So, but this would have to be directly into the wall.
Right.
But I charged it. I think I charged it when I went to New York at the end of 2019. I charged it the day before I left, and it lasted the full flight plus a week.
Whoa. That's insane.
To like 24 hours of traveling plus a week. But I was hesitant to buy it at first because I was like, oh, they're going to check my bags now. But then I remember that I carry camera gear with me, so I get checked everywhere anyway. It doesn't matter.
Fair.
I always get checked.
Yeah. Right.
So it's just how it is.
Good old bag searches.
Yeah. I'm randomly selected every time. My dad used to be the one that always got randomly selected, and now it's me.
Why?
Because of the bag. Like, my bag goes through the metal detector, like, not the metal detector, the, like, X-ray machine.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, bundles of wires and, like, batteries and electronics, and it's like
Mm.
you look sketchy. You look really sketchy.
Yeah.
And I'm always, like, wandering through the airport with, like, a hoodie and, like, track pants, so I just look sketch.
Yeah.
I just look sketch. And I, like...
With a bag full of wires.
Yeah, and I look just different enough from my passport that it's questionable.
Right.
So, like, because, I have, like, short hair and I'm clean shaven and... Yeah, and then, like, I get up there and they're like, same eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
It's close enough. How do you go? You wouldn't carry much stuff through airports with you, would you?
Not at the moment.
You're still, like, the standard.
Yeah, I still get checked. Like in the US, for some reason I got all those the ones that were like you got to take your shoes off and you stand in the one with your hands up.
Oh,
and it, like,
I get
goes
them all the
around
time
you.
as well. Yeah.
But like it was funny because we're showing the passports and my family all went that way and they're like, can you go down here, please? Like they picked. Actually, I think they picked me out of the line.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even. They weren't checking it. I was just in the line with my family, and
You
they
just
were like,
looked sketchy.
They were like, "Can you just go down there, please?"
Yeah.
So
Those things always make me so uncomfy because you see everything on the screen.
yeah,
Like it's just a full body X-ray.
and it's like, did I leave something in my bag?
Oh, not even that. It's like you're nudie Rudy on that screen. It's bad.
That is true.
You have you literally have to be 18 to go through it, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like some of them are like properly you just come through and you see everything.
that's bad.
Yeah. I wonder if I can find it. What do I even Google? Airport full body scanner. Hang on. Wait.
Not like the metal detectors.
Yeah. Full body scanner. There we go. Okay. Let me find a good picture. Okay, this that's how you come through.
Oh.
I can't show it on camera, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I hate that.
I hate that too.
That's. Oh my gosh. I suppose then they can see everything.
Yeah, which like it makes sense, but also like cheers guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for the heads up. Appreciate it.
May as well just take me to the back room.
Take my clothes off.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a faster way to do so, but still. Damn, man.
Yeah. That's an invasion of privacy, isn't it? Like, what? I didn't sign that contract.
I mean, technically you did when
Did
you
you?
entered the airport. Yeah, it's like in your it's like the what's it called?
Terms and
Like,
conditions apply.
Yeah.
See online for details.
yeah, isn't it like the when you book your ticket, when you book your flight, it's like you immediately subject yourself to all like checks and stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
I think.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't read them anyway, it doesn't matter.
No.
But yeah, I always get checked because I had once leaving the US.
It's always bad leaving the US.
Yeah.
It's always hard.
And no, it was when we went. No, it wasn't when we went. It was when I went from Florida to LA that time. So because we did a trip together, and then you ended up going home,
right.
and I went Florida to LA.
No, we drove.
You drove. That's right.
We drove
That's
up
right.
the East Coast.
Yes, that's right. But I went Florida to LA. I landed, and I was going to LA, and I was going through the checks, and I went through. So they have the separate scanner where they have to go through like all of your stuff when they they put your bag through again, and then they like empty your bag and take it all out.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is kind of in that time because I didn't have my camera gear. Anyway, it was a time I was doing that.
Yeah.
I think it was last time, New York. But anyway, she goes through, and it goes through the scanner, and she sees all my stuff, and she goes, I'm going to have to go through your bag. And I was like, all right, man, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I have nothing in there. It's just my camera gear. And I was like, just gently, I was like, look, like, it's my camera gear.
Yeah.
It's expensive. Just please be careful.
Yeah.
Anyway, opens my bag, immediately goes like,
Oh my word.
and I was like, hey, like, this is thousands of dollars of equipment. Like, please be careful. And she's like, sir, I'm going to have to check it. Okay. I'm doing my job. I was like, I'm like, I know. This is also my job.
Yeah.
Like, sir, I'm going to need you to calm down. Okay. Like, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I would just,
that's
rather
bad.
not destroy my stuff.
Whoa.
And I just bought my first L series lens. It was like my 24-70 L series lens.
Like $3,500.
Yeah. I was like, my life savings. Yeah. Like, actually, though. Oh, man. I was not happy. I was so upset. It all was fine, obviously, because, like, Canon gear tanks.
Yeah.
But, man, I was literally just standing there, like,
Yeah. I would have been mad.
just afraid for my life. But that happens every time. I always have to go through my bag now.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I've just accepted it now.
Yeah.
I just have to leave an extra 10 minutes whenever I go
Yeah,
through
right.
customs.
Because you're expecting.
Because I expect it now.
Yeah.
And I always go, like, when I'm going up, I'm like, I have camera equipment in my bag. And they're like, yep, okay. Cool.
They're like, oh, okay, I'm going to need to check that.
Yeah. And it's like they ask you to. Like, you know, it's like if you have more than whatever it is, batteries or whatever, like, it's better to just tell them. Be like, hey, like, I have this in my bag. Just so you know, heads up.
I thought you just couldn't take, like, extra batteries. Like,
You
heaps
can't,
of batteries.
You can't put them in your checked baggage. So you can bring them in your carry-on. You can't bring them in your checked.
Because they explode or something.
Yeah, because the cabin is pressurized. The bag hold is not.
Right.
So yeah, the batteries are pressurized and explode.
Yeah.
Which is rare, but can happen. But yeah, so you can bring as much as you want in your bags. But yeah, I had that like big backpack.
Oh, yeah.
Full of all my camera gear that like zips open. So you can see everything immediately when you open it. So I don't understand
Why do they have to unpack it then?
It's just like procedure, I guess. But it's like that's why I bring that one, because it's like I can just go whoop, and it's like there's all my stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like.
And they're like, oh, okay, yeah.
And it's gonna get worse now that I'm gonna be bringing climbing gear too.
Yeah, true. True.
So I'm gonna have a bag of electrical equipment and cameras, plus a bunch of rope, metal gear, carabiners, quick draws. Like
it's like
I'm gonna be the most sketchy person in the airport.
You're gonna go on like not the no-fly list, but like
the check every time they walk through an airport, or even look at a scanning machine.
Full body scan.
Full body search. Get the gloves on. You know.
Every time.
Every time. No, I can't make that joke on the show.
Oh, no.
Anyway, yeah, I've just accepted it at this point. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
I showed you some clips from Free Solo.
You did.
And the Dawn Wall before.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
That it's so scary.
What were your thoughts on the filming of it? More importantly.
How did they do it?
Well, funny you asked, Joe.
Because they would have, I imagine, just would have been someone rappelled down.
Yeah, so they had some people on rappel, and they had a drone or two, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's I love it. I love that movie so much. You should watch it. Go watch Free Solo or Dawn Wall. Go watch Free Solo and Dawn Wall.
Oh.
Top 2 climbing docos ever. We've talked about it a little bit on the show before, but yeah, they just rappel down. There's a really interesting scene in the documentary where they're talking about like planning out where they're going to shoot from. And so they have this like whole sequence where he's like, hey, just don't shoot straight down on me.
Right.
And they're like, why? And he's like, oh, you know, if I fall, I don't want you to be able to film me dying.
Yeah.
Which, fair.
Yeah.
Very fair. Also, a terrifying thing to come to terms with.
It is.
Be like, please don't film my death.
Yeah.
I would really appreciate that.
You can film the rest, just not me
film
dying.
the rest, just not me dying. But he did it, so,
yeah,
you know, all is well, but...
Yeah. I can't believe that.
Yeah. We've got to find an Alex Honnold.
Is that the climber?
Yeah. Because the camera crew that he has the same camera guys, always. And they're all climbers / filmmakers.
Yeah.
And so he spent like 10 years with these guys.
Right.
We've got to find our Alex Honnold.
Yeah, we do.
Just like a dude.
Someone who's just insane.
Yeah. And is happy
crazy.
to be filmed. A little bit crazy. Yeah, I think I talked about this on the show a couple of weeks back, but there is a scene in Free Solo where he goes and gets a brain scan.
Oh, yes, I do remember you saying that.
And he gets a brain scan, and he finds that like the fear center of his brain requires like 10 times the stimulation of a normal person's brain.
Yeah.
So he just doesn't feel fear to the same degree as normal people do.
It's insane.
It's mental.
Like, no. No.
I wonder if that's like something you build up to, like you change your brain's patterns, or if that's just he was born that way and that's what allows him to do this.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd be really interested to know. I don't think that there is a way to find out which is the case.
I'd say it'd have to just be a bit of both, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I saw a video the other day of this guy who tried to free solo. There's this place in Red Rock in California, or Utah. I don't know what state it's in, but Red Rock. And there's these 3 like mountains, and they're called the 3 Spires, I think. And they're super easy climbs. They're like very, very basic, but a lot of people don't realize that they are actually climbs, and they try to hike them, and they end up free soloing because they're hiking them.
Yeah.
And there was this guy the other day who tried to free solo it and had to be like helicopter evacuated.
Jeez.
Because he was too scared to do the last little section.
That's insane.
Yeah. Which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Poor guy, like, obviously, poor guy was like, yeah, right. Oh! Sorry, I'm just going to talk about climbing for a minute because, like, there was something that happened this week, actually, and heaps of people are very upset about it.
Yeah.
And it's something that's actually really interesting because it goes for photography and videography as well, which is, like, ethics of altering the landscape that you're in.
Right.
So basically what happened was there's this guy, and this guy found this route in the US, and it was a 5.3, which is super easy. You're essentially walking up it.
Right.
It's like very minor incline, like easy.
Yeah.
As easy as it gets. It's like nursery. You would learn how to climb that. Anyway, he set these 3 new routes that he claimed. He like first ascended. He's like, these are my routes. I'm claiming them.
Right.
Anyway, so he bolted them. So he put bolts all up the rock so that you could clip in and climb it. Couple weeks later, someone goes out to do it, and they see that he has bolted through all of this like Native American art that is on this mountainside. And it's like all of these, I think they're called petrographs. It's basically like someone's gone up there and they've grabbed a rock and another rock and they've chipped it into the stone.
Oh, okay.
Because like it's red rock, so the front is red, but under it is like I think it's sandstone.
Yeah.
So it shows very clearly. There is no way this man didn't see them. Anyway, they go back into there's a website called Mountain Project, where you can like put in all of your routes and you can like claim new routes and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's put in a comment. He goes like, look at all this cool art on this route that I like created. And so
That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so all these people are like,
They're like,
dude,
what?
like, you know, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Immediately, like, all these people came out, clipped the bolts, got rid of them.
Yeah.
Cleaned the route. And we're like, never do this.
Yeah.
Never, ever do this.
That's insane.
But it's brought up this whole really interesting ethics debate of, like, you know, leaving stuff behind. Because, like, bolting in climbing is a big thing. Like, people fight about this all the time.
Right.
Like, when is it okay to put a bolt in a rock?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't just appear. Like, people do this.
Yeah.
They create these new routes. And so it's this whole thing of, like, what are the ethics of bolting? What are the ethics of, like, changing the landscape, essentially? It's really interesting. And I think it carries across to, like, photography and videography as well. Because, you know, what are the ethics of when a social media influencer goes to a place, posts about it online, takes a like stunning photo of it, but then makes it a tourist spot, and these people destroy the spot because it's suddenly popular. Like this guy I follow, Matthew Littlewood, Littlewood.photography. If you want to follow him, he's fantastic. He's a landscape and adventure photographer, but he's Australian. He's from the Gold Coast, and he's currently working his way down the east coast of Australia. On a motorbike tour with his camera and his gear by himself. Super, super cool. But he posted this picture of a spot, and immediately everyone in the comments was like, where is it? Where's this location? Blah, blah, blah. This is awesome. And he put up another post the day after and was like, hey, like, I'm not going to share the location. Yeah. These trips, I try to become friends with the locals. I try to make friends. I try to meet them, chat with them. And their biggest fear is that this place gets posted online and people find it.
Oh, right.
And so he's like, they were fine with me taking a photo and posting it, but I am not going to share the location. I'm not going to tell you where it is. If you want to find it, you're going to have to go on your own little adventure and try and find it something similar, if not this place, but just respect it for what it is, essentially. which is super interesting, and I respect that so much. That like you wouldn't share the location.
Yeah.
But it's super interesting. I want to see if I can find it.
That is very interesting.
He's a fantastic photographer though. You should go follow him.
Yeah.
Littlewood.photography. He's grown a lot recently actually as a photographer. He's always been great, but he's gotten much better recently.
Right.
I don't think he ended up actually posting the picture. I think he put it on his story. But
okay.
he spent a lot of time in Lamington National Park and then went south. He's now in Tassie. So he's at the kind of the end of his trip. But his work is just incredible.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work out if and like how I could take my camera equipment on my next like camping trip.
Yeah.
Because where I'm planning to go, I don't know if I should say it. It's a national park in the Granite Belt.
Yeah.
I mentioned it to you before actually.
Yeah.
And there's heaps of like walking trails. Like that's mostly what it is. Not really any climbing, except the end of one of the trails is a bit climbing, but it's nothing difficult. And there's one in particular that it's like a 6K walk or something, and then you can actually like camp at the
trail
just below the summit.
Right.
And I'm trying.
So have you stayed there before?
Yeah, one.
Yeah,
I've done one night there before.
Yeah,
I want to do it again.
I think he sent me pictures of that.
Probably. Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Last time we went though, we didn't get to stay on that mountain.
Right.
We stayed at a camp.
Right.
A camp that was like 6Ks away.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm trying to work out how I could like take my drone or my camera and like what I could take photos of, because I don't really want to just take photos of a sunset and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't suppose you have any like.
You just got to start learning how to do landscape.
Yeah,
I honestly think that that's going to be your area.
Landscape photography.
Like you've just got to learn how to do this.
But like how? how do you do that?
Practice. A lot of practice.
Yeah, clearly.
So much practice. I'm not great at landscape.
No.
And I want to get better at it. Like I'm planning on getting better at it very intentionally. But yeah, no, I acknowledge the fact that I'm not great at it.
Right.
I try. I really do. But I'm not great.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's my little exciting trip coming up.
I reckon you should. When are you going to do that?
Hopefully in like normal uni holidays.
I don't know when that is.
I have no idea either.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
If you try and do it for the same time that I'm away.
No, it'd probably be after that.
Boring.
Because you're away.
End of July.
Oh no, it might be similar time then. I thought it was May for some reason.
No, I'm away July 15th to 25th.
Right. Are you planning to take your camera?
Yeah, I'm planning on taking all my gear.
Good.
I'm taking everything. I'm taking my climbing gear.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you planning to climb?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a spot in Tassie. I'm going to Tassie, by the way. Don't try and find me though, because I'm doing the whole trip. I'm doing like south. I'm landing in Hobart, going all up the east coast and then down the west coast. So
yeah,
I won't be in a spot for more than a day.
Yeah.
But there's the spot where it's like this massive spire, and you have to swim out to the spire, and then you can climb it.
Oh, right.
It's super cool.
How are you going to go swimming out there, though?
Cold.
Cold?
Very cold.
It'll be, especially end of July in Tasmania.
Yeah.
It'll be freezing.
It's like really short, though. It's like a couple, like 10, 20 meters.
Oh, okay.
So it's not far.
I was thinking like 100 meters.
No. But swim out, dry, like cry a little bit.
Yeah.
And then go.
How do you keep all your gear dry?
I'll probably have to get a dry bag.
Yeah.
Put a towel in it as well.
Yeah.
So I can get there and go.
Yeah, you'll have to climb with a shirt on. What? Or with a jumper on.
What? Why?
Because it'll be cold.
I don't want to climb with clothes on.
Well, you have to.
Actually, I might buy. I'm gonna spend a lot of money this afternoon. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna buy a crash pad. I'm gonna buy quick draws. I might buy some climbing pants.
Right.
Maybe some shirts. Yeah, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna get up there.
Yeah.
But I just got my tax return back, so
yeah.
go
So
wild.
It's okay to go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I still have to pay for Tasmania, so probably not too crazy.
But you say well, yeah. Okay. You're still saving for that though.
Yeah, and I've got months.
Yeah.
I've got May, June, July. I've got essentially a month and a half.
Well,
So
you can blow your whole tax return on it then.
no, no.
Maybe not.
I'm excited that I reckon next year we should do a trip.
Yeah, I'm keen.
We'll go somewhere. Even if we just go, we should do Grampians.
I don't know what that is.
I think it's in the Blue Mountains. The Grampians. No, it's in Victoria. Grampians National Park.
Yeah, national parks are always great for winter. Oh, that's very pretty.
Yeah, it's super cool. Plus, there's a bunch of climbing. So, if you buy a harness,
I could climb.
you can climb. I'm actually,
I can just belay you.
No, I'm set on this. I'm teaching you how to climb.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I won't be. I'm not good at it.
You don't have to be. That's okay.
I just have to do the easy climbs.
Yeah. Even just for the fun of it, just for the funsies.
How much is a harness though?
It's like $90. Yeah. Buy a
have to get
harness.
shoes.
Buy a harness, some cheap climbing shoes. You'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be an expensive pair of shoes. Just get some beginner shoes. You don't need performance shoes. You'll be doing like 5.6 is max.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which isn't even actually that's not even the Australian grading system. The Australian grading system is numbers. You'd probably be doing like I wouldn't do anything over 20. Australian it's like 0 to 36, I think, is the Australian climbing grades. 35, sorry. 1 to 35. So yeah, you wouldn't be doing anything over 16.
Cool.
That's like it's not even like V1 in bouldering.
Sick.
It'd be like
That's right up my alley.
yeah, it'd be like VB plus V0.
Yep.
It's
I like V0.
It's like a teal at the gym.
V0 is where it's at.
Yeah. V0 is the vibe, man. Hang on, let me double check that that's actually correct. 16 is 5A. 5A is V2. So max you'll be doing is like
Is
a
a
purple.
V2. Oh, okay. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. So you'll be sweet.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm excited.
Like I love hiking, which is why I want to get better at landscape photography.
Yeah. Me too.
But yeah.
That's why I want to do like a proper trek at some point.
Yeah, I've got all the gear for it now.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
I do not. I need to get some trekking gear. I think
Although I need a bigger bag, but yeah.
I got a bigger bag.
Hey.
Hey.
I could steal your bigger bag.
I got my crag bag.
Oh no, I meant a hiking bag.
Oh. I'm gonna have to my crag bag's gonna have to double. That's gonna have to be a hiking bag as well.
Yeah.
Because I have to bring my climbing gear.
Yeah.
So which will be fine, I think.
You'll probably need a bigger bag.
Nah,
So you can fit like other stuff in, like food.
I can fit food in that. If I pack down the rope tight, because all I need in there is rope, quick draws, belay device, some carabiners, like.
But then when you're camping, you need like another layer of clothes.
Yeah.
And then you need sleeping bag,
Yeah.
a mat, sleeping mat, a
Should be
tent.
right. She'll be right. She'll fit. Worst case, like hang on. Surely there's like hiking and climbing bags, right?
Probably.
Hiking / climbing bags.
This podcast has gone a little bit by the.
What?
This is no longer a media podcast.
This is a planning for future media trips podcast.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, there are. They exist.
Yeah.
They're called alpine bags.
Oh yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah. They're pretty much what I have.
They'd just be,
Slightly larger, yeah.
and they'd have like stuff you can strap, so you can strap stuff on the outside. That's it.
Yep. You can strap stuff on the outside of mine too.
Oh, okay. Well, like,
But yeah, they're all the same. These are all 45-litre bags, which is the same as mine. Mine's 45-litre bag.
Huh. So
I can just use mine.
Do it.
Done. And it's yellow, so you'll never lose me.
No.
You'll always know where I am. All right, let's finish this up here.
I got one more thing.
Okay, one more thing.
One more thing. I'll be back.
Oh, my goodness, he's going.
I'm going.
This makes me excited.
You should be.
Should we have waited for this? Stickers! Yo!
I got some stickers with a drone, so
Oh, hell yeah. Should we put these on during the Patreon episode?
yeah, sure.
Let's do that. That gives us a bit more time.
Yeah,
All
to
right.
think about it.
If you want to see us put the stickers on this bad boy, head over to Patreon, patreon.com/The Froe Show. After Froe Show is on every single week. Woo. Go check it out. Social media.
Instagram at Froe Media and Twitter at the Froe Media.
Sick. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.